here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the sun, woman.
Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel for this month's new moon readings. The new moon is falling in the sign of Aquarius on January 28th, and so this reading is going to cover that time frame through to February 27th, the new moon in Pisces. I want to say happy birthday to all my fellow Aquarians. I'm also an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. So a lot of strong Aquarian energy there. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone who likes and shares the videos and who comments. I appreciate your energy that you put in, and I appreciate your loyalty to the channel. Now, this new moon in Aquarius really marks the beginning of 2017 in a lot of ways. You're going to be finding that the energy of 2016 is really going to be passing away. And with this new moon in Aquarius, you know, the ball gets rolling for what's going to be happening for us in this new year. Aquarius is the sign of the innovator, the sign of the humanitarian. You know, Aquarius pours out the waters of humanity, love, and peace. And justice in that, you know, as that water bearer. So in your own individual lives as well as in the world around us, you may see, you know, more of a quest for freedom, for independence, for the protection of your own rights, the protection of the rights of others. Many of you may be getting more involved in humanitarian causes for justice and peace and equality. So again, keep your eyes open for that in your life as well as, you know, what's going on around us in the world at large. Now, we're also in a period of eclipses, so it's eclipse season time again. The eclipses in February are going to be falling on February 10th in the sign of Virgo, so Virgo and Pisces are going to be very strong there. Those eclipses that's a full moon eclipse on February 10th, so as we know, full moons bring culmination, they bring endings, they bring clearing away of energies so that we can start, you know, with a fresh slate. Now, you may find a lot of clearing away of the emotional baggage from the previous 6 months in your own life. Allow that to happen. Allow those closures to happen, because there are new and more resonant things coming through to you, and you don't want to have that baggage holding on to that and prevent those blessings from coming into you. All right. So we'll get more into that around the full moon. Hopefully, I'll be able to do full moon readings for you at that time. But for now, let's just concentrate on the new moon in Aquarius for each of the 12 individual signs. Now, these are general readings. If you'd like a private reading that is, again, very specific, very tailored to your own personal situation, please contact me at the link below here in the information box at my website, or you can contact me on Facebook as well. Thank you again for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and let's go ahead and take a look at the individual readings for the 12 signs. Hello, Gemini. So the message I have for you starting out for this new moon cycle in Aquarius is that I feel like February is going to be a very decisive month for you. Now, when I say decisive, I don't necessarily mean that you are going to be taking decisive action, because I feel like whatever develops in February is going to be more of a development within your mind, within your heart, okay? But something that you may have been delaying over the past few months, there's a decision, that a very significant decision that you have been mulling over, that you've been delaying making, that you have been thinking very hard, that you have been, you know, going over and over and over and over in your head like a broken record. And I feel like finally in February, you will make that decision. Now, you will not take action on it yet, though. And it's best for you, even though I feel like in your head, in your heart, you will be saying to yourself, okay, I've made my decision. I know what I have to do. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm ready to do. All right? But you will not be making any steps or taking any steps toward that goal or toward that decision yet. And the reason for that is that you know that in order to pull this off, whatever it might be, you're going to have to make gradual progress towards it. Okay? So whether this is a relationship situation, whether it is a change in your life, whether it is the decision to change your job, to find a new career, to find new employment, whether it is whatever it is some major significant life change for you that you have been contemplating. Okay, but I feel like you understand at this point that you need to go about bringing about this transformation slowly, because there are circumstances around you that you can't just that you can't just pull the rug out from under, that you can't just destabilize just because you've made your final decision. Okay? I feel that, coming into February, from January into February, some of you have been already making plans. You've been, weighing things. You've been, trying to figure out, okay, how do I put these plans in motion of, this direction that I feel I want to go into. A lot of that thought process has been done without anyone knowing about it. Okay? And that's represented for me by the Seven of Swords here. Now, the Seven of Swords can talk about a few different things. Seven of Swords can talk about being sneaky, about doing things behind someone else's back, about, the Seven of Swords is someone getting away with something. Okay? They are either getting away with, their own plans, or they are making plans that others don't know about or are not aware of, behind the scenes. They're going about their business as usual, with a poker face, but in the depths of their mind, you're calculating. So the Seven of Swords is a very calculating card. So I feel like many of you have had all of this kind of unstable energy going on, all these thought processes, just overwhelming thought processes about how to do something, how to put those plans in motion. Some of you may be considering leaving a relationship. Okay? Some of you, the concept of the law, legalities, attorneys, lawsuits, divorces, legal action is a strong theme this month. So some of you may have made the decision that legal action needs to be taken, but you are researching and you're gathering your information, and you have not yet decided to move forward with this yet. Now, the reasons I feel, well, there are other people involved here, okay, that you're not trying to destabilize with your decision. There could be children involved, because the Page of Pentacles is here as the influence that's on you right now. So you're coming out of the Seven of Swords into the Page of Pentacles energy, which for me represents the beginning of February. And so you may, this could be a child, this could be family members, this also could be you gaining financially, like, putting your money together, saving your money, finding ways to make new money, finding alternate sources of income. It could be you doing a new training program or going back to school so that you can increase your knowledge and your worth as a professional, in your field, or learning a new field. So the Page of Wands is new energy, whether that new energy represents a person, a youth, a child, or a youthful, a young adult. That could possibly be your child, or a child that, you have some influence in their life, or whether this is you as that person starting something new with the intent that it will grow and eventually pay off for you. This is the energy that's on you right now. Now, this is earth energy. It could represent a person who is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This person is very significant in your life, and it could even be that this person is someone younger than you, but it could be a partner. Okay, it could be a spouse or a lover, or a partner with whom you have financial interests. You may have children with this person, or you may have connections with this person, financial connections that are not easily untied, or that may require legal action, documentation, settlements, agreements to settle the situation or to untie you from it. Okay. On some level, I feel like you've lost faith in this situation. So whether it is a work, a job, or a person, or a relationship, or even the principle behind it. So, some of you may be staying in a relationship because there are kids involved, and as I said, you don't want to destabilize that child's life. But at the same time, you no longer believe in the structure, or you're no longer you're no longer invested in the structure that was once there. Well, the devil is here as coming up in the near future. So the devil for me in this, where it is located here in the reading, represents mid-February. Okay. Interesting to me that the devil is coming up in that time frame, and that is also around the time frame that will be coming out of that full moon eclipse in Aquarius. So, this devil represents something that you are tied to, something or someone. And with that Page of Pentacles behind it, again, it could be finances, it could be family responsibilities, and you are going to be feeling, toward the mid-February that this situation is just not something that you're going to easily be able to untie yourself from. Okay, it may seem as though it's bigger than you, or it's bigger than you can handle. You may be connected to a person who is a very powerful person in your life. There may be finances considered. You may be in a relationship where, it's taken two of you to build up the life that you have together. And now you know that if you're no longer with this person, your financial picture, your stability, your foundation is going to change significantly. But at the same time, this person is a devil of sorts in your life, meaning something that you are tied to that may no longer be healthy for you, or may no longer be beneficial to you. Something that is no longer resonates with what you want or need or desire in your life. Now, the thing about the devil, though, is as big, imposing, difficult, powerful as this influence might be, you have the power to release yourself from it. Okay? You always do, because you are not bigger than this devil. The devil is imposing energy. Okay? You know, it's addictive energy. It is being caught up in the material aspects of life. But you're also a spiritual being, and you're also an intellectual being, and you have the power to figure out, okay, there's that Seven of Swords, making plans, putting things together in order to figure out how to release yourself from this devil energy. On the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you have two figures that are bound to this devil by chains, either around their necks or their ankles, their feet. But these chains are very loosely placed on them. So they have the ability to at any time just remove those chains. There's no key needed. There's no tools needed except for them to recognize that they are not permanently tied to this situation, and to slowly but surely, or even quickly, release themselves from it. Okay? So for you, Gemini, you have to ask yourself, who or what is that devil in your life? I feel that by mid-February, you will have a very clear understanding. You will know what it is that you need to untie yourself from. Okay? And as I said, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a person, a significant person in your life who has some control over your destiny. It could be an addiction of some sort. It could be alcohol, drugs, gambling. It could be a sexual addiction. It could be money. You could be addicted to money and not realize that until a situation presents itself and you see that you want to get out of it, but that financial concerns or financial ties are holding you there. The full moon eclipse around the 10th, eclipses always bring endings and new beginnings, and they're usually quite powerful. Okay, so this is not something that's just going to happen and not have reverberations in your life. It may have reverberations in your life for months and years to come, but the full moon releases those things that are no longer serving us. And sometimes, it can happen very quickly, very drastically, out of the blue. It seems that way, even though for months or years or decades could have been leading up until this point. Okay? So that's that devil energy toward the mid-month. Now, what's crowning you? Before I get to that, I'm looking again at this oracle card, and this card is called Development. And again, just going back to this devil and the plan to release yourself from it, it has to be something that is gradual, that takes its own time, that is allows you to now adapt to the changes that may take place in your life as a result of this influence being out of it. So, it's not something that you are ready to completely let go of yet, but that eventually you will need to. But you need this time in order to make your plans, make your decisions, put things in place, reestablish yourself perhaps financially or as an independent person. Before you can just pull those chains off. All right, but again, toward the mid-month, there may be that final recognition of what that devil is, or who that devil is in your life. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is crowning you, and the Knight of Pentacles is in the advice position, and the advice here is very similar to this oracle card. It talks about gradual progress. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is the knight that moves slowly. They don't make, knights, all the other knights come in very quickly, they move in quickly, and they move out quickly. Okay, they bring in change, whether it's emotional change, new beginnings, energy, movement, travel, or whether it is, someone coming in to fight the good fight, take care of business, and then move on. But not the Knight of Pentacles. This knight takes its time. This knight believes in building a foundation and gradually building it till you have a structure that is something you can depend on. They don't move fast. That knight on that horse is moving very slowly, not galloping, not trotting, maybe cantering, or whatever the term is for a slow, gradual movement. They're focused on their security. They're focused on money. They're focused on building something that they can depend on down the line. And, it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but it is something that they're working towards. They're constantly working. They're the workaholics, okay? They've got the nose to the grindstone. This Knight of Pentacles energy, again, similar to the Page of Pentacles. This could indicate, again, a double influence here, a double appearance of an earth sign energy in your life. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo could be quite significant. And I also wanted to say about this Oracle card that as far as timing is concerned, I feel like, I was meditating on this card, and there are 8 moons here. There are 8 new moons that I noticed on the card. I don't know if you can see them here. I'm holding them to the camera. But, I'm looking at these little slivers that look like little moons. And when I counted them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this wheel always reminds me of the astrological wheel, okay, the zodiac wheel, going, from Aries all the way through back to the beginning again. What this is speaking to me is that it's very possible that it will take 8 moons for this change to happen that you are now considering and that you have now decided upon. So if we consider the new moon in January being the first new moon, then we're talking about January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay? So it may take until August for you to actually make your move. Around August, September, for you to make a move, to make your decision known, to make your plans known, and to actually start seeing that break or that movement forward that you may be contemplating, or not even contemplating right now. I feel like you've already made the decision, but now you're contemplating how to set things in motion, okay, how to get things in order. What is going on around you? Well, there's a lot of pressure, okay? For me, I feel like this devil is causing the pressure. The devil is putting a lot of pressure on you, okay? What kind of pressure? Only you can define that. All right, this is a general reading, so it could be very different for everyone. All right? I'm sorry, I'm just going to take a drink of water. But whatever it is, it could be emotional pressure that someone's putting on you. It could be financial pressure. It could be pressure at work. All right, you could have a lot of heavy responsibilities. With the Ten of Wands, there's heavy responsibility there. You're carrying a lot. You're carrying a very heavy load. And I feel like some of you are just ready to release it. You're ready to just give it up and hand it over to someone else. Release these burdens. And so back to this Seven of Swords, you are figuring out a game plan in your mind, without informing anyone else around you, of how you are going to finally release yourself from under, from being under this this pressure that's on you. And as I said again, I feel like it's this devil that's putting it on you. And it could be financial pressure. I think more than anything, even if it's a relationship, I feel like there's a strong financial component here. And because the Knight of Pentacles is here, the Page of Pentacles is here, and we have a Six of Pentacles that we're coming to at the end of the month which I'll talk about. Again, I'm feeling like many of you, there are children involved here, whether they're young children or adult children, or young adult children, whether they are, babies, or whether they are young adults that you are still responsible in some way, whether you're paying for college, or helping them get themselves established. You don't want to make decisions right now that are going to in any way uproot them or destabilize their future. Okay, so you're having to think about this, and you may be having to continue to partner with this devil influence in your life in order to create a stable environment, for people that you're responsible for. It's interesting because the message on the Knight of Pentacles is the secret of success is constancy of purpose. So keeping at something, so you are keeping at, and this card is in the advice section. So it's saying stay at whatever you are doing right now, whatever you have been focused on. Keep your focus on it. Stay constant in your actions and in your focus on it, because it is going to prove successful. Okay, whatever you're trying to build and change and create, whether it's for yourself or for someone else or for others, you gradually, with time, are going to slowly but surely have the outcome that you are hoping for, that you're hoping to create here. Okay? Despite the pressure, despite the stress, despite this, powerful influence that has you maybe under their thumb. Okay? Now, what's the obstacle? Well, the obstacle is the Two of Cups. So that's a very interesting obstacle. This could play itself out in a few ways. One of the ways it could play is that the Two of Cups coming up as an obstacle is that the obstacle is this relationship that you're in. All right? There is a need to combine forces with someone, and the relationship perhaps itself, the tie that you have with this person, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, you may still love this person, okay? But the stress or the pressure has gotten to be so great that, the relationship is now, what the relationship represents is now an obstacle for you from moving forward or for creating change in your life. Now, it also could be that you're used to this relationship. Okay, you're used to a certain way of being with someone, a certain way of being around someone. You're used to a certain daily regimen or daily schedule, or you're used to partnering with this person. And because you are used to this, because it's what you know or what you have known, it could be preventing you from, from leaving it because of fear that, fear of the unknown. What you are with this person may be defining you right now, as opposed to you, who you are as an individual, defining who you are. So you're not just yourself, you're known as this person in this relationship. It may be a relationship, you may be a couple who have a lot of friends, or who have a lot, a big social circle, or a lot of people know you, and you are in a lot of ways defined by being so-and-so's husband, or so-and-so's wife, or a girlfriend or boyfriend. And now this is an obstacle, because now how do you create or gain your freedom from this devil energy when you're so invested as as who you are, a definition of who you are by this relationship? Okay. Another way that this could play out is, it could be that there is another relationship that is an obstacle. Okay, you could, you could be involved with someone else, and that is an obstacle to you being able to resolve whatever difficulties you're having here with someone else. The obstacle being that you want to be in this relationship where maybe you've fallen in love with someone, but you're still in a committed relationship, or you're still in a relationship legally. And you can no longer be in this old situation, because now the way you feel and the way this new relationship feels for you will not allow you to continue this old situation. This obstacle, this Two of Cups, is you in love with someone and an equal partnership and give and take, where you are supporting each other and loving each other, and there's balance and harmony and, a soulmate connection. So some of you may have met your soulmate, and the obstacle here is that you have found what you have always hoped for, and you can no longer accept what is no longer acceptable to you, or no longer resonates for you emotionally. Okay, so only you will know. If this resonates for you, that you will know how this situation applies, what this Two of Cups is. Okay, but for the most part, it's interesting because the Two of Cups is a happy card. It's a card about happiness and joy, being in love, partnership. So I really feel that for many of you, you have found that other person that you have always hoped for, and maybe this relationship that you've been in was one that resulted in a family, children, a home, a life together, but this was not your soulmate. Okay, this was not the person, this was not your other half. And so you've now found your other half, and now you have to figure out how to go about dissolving this situation in a way that it doesn't destabilize your life, others people's lives, children. Some of you might have a business with this person. There may be business partnership with a spouse or a partner. So, it could be a complicated situation, but you are gradually, slowly but surely working toward resolving it. Okay? And now in the outcome here, well, we've got the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a card that talks about doing good and receiving blessings. Okay? The Six of Pentacles is it's charity, in the sense of, receiving something that will support and help you or help your situation. It could be financial increase. It could be a new job or promotion, and some new financial blessing that finds its way into your life as a result of you doing good. And for many of you, it might be the fact that you have been sticking it out in this situation, dealing with this devil energy, dealing with the pressure, not destabilizing the people that mean so much to you or that you are responsible for. And as a result of that, there is some blessing that comes through to you at the end of the month to kind of reward you for your faithfulness, for your loyalty, for your stability, your constancy to whatever this situation is. Okay? The Six of Pentacles can represent there being you finding a balance, finding a way to take care of this situation while still taking care or having this situation. Okay? Some of you may find a way to balance your old life as you are now creating a new life. And that's just a message. It may or may not make sense. It may or may not be, an acceptable situation, but as, the outside world may see it, but it's like you are trying to handle your responsibilities while still follow your star, follow your heart, follow your intuition, as to what your life should be, or where you should be, or where you should emotionally be in the near future. Okay? So the Six of Pentacles talks about doing good, making sure that everything is taken care of, and as a result of that, taking care of the things that you have to take care of in your life and being responsible, there is a balance that's achieved, or there is a blessing that comes through to you. All right? In the form of help, assistance from someone else, a financial blessing, a financial increase, an elevation, a promotion, some kind of, a raise, or even an unexpected gift, or an unexpected, financial blessing that comes through to you. But again, it's about balance and about moving gradually toward where you have now made this decision in your heart and in your mind, and now making those plans in your own time, in your own way, to actually implement those things to release yourself from the stress, from the pressure, from something that that you're no longer invested in, toward something that may be your heart's desire. All right, so that is the message for you, Gemini. I hope that this message has resonated for you. Thank you again so much for tuning in. And if you'd like a private reading, please contact me. I'd be happy to do that for you. You can contact me through my website or through my Facebook page. As always, I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.